What's up, manga fans? This is Rafael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of this week's chapter of the Breaker New Waves 159. So yeah, I love this chapter. I know some people will most likely complain that there was no action, but that never has bothered me before the Breaker. When the storyline is written out well and character interaction, dialogue and whatever is done well, like it was in this chapter, I enjoy it. And the character interaction in this chapter was so enjoyable to read. It was great to see Shi-Woon take the reins and basically make a man who's most likely 3 times his age look like a complete idiot. And slight comedy in this chapter as well reminded me of the old Breaker. There was a lot of nostalgia in this. Obviously it was the Jin-Ie moment, which if you've read it already, and it was just really fun to read. So yeah, I enjoyed this chapter. It was typical, cliffhanger. We have So-Chun arrive at the end. It was just all done quite well. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next, and I'm definitely, as I said, looking forward to how things are going to play out. So yeah, the beginning of this chapter, as I said, was entertaining because that Jae-Kyu guy was basically trying to contradict Shi-Woon with his own question about responsibility. He said, as a guide, you should know your basically the laws and your responsibilities of leading your clan. So it's like, how can you talk to me about responsibility when you don't have the responsibility to look after your clan and put this in this kind of danger? And then he walks off chatting rubbish about thinking he's won the conversation, how this government matter is basically, it's a government affair. This has nothing to do with the Mirim. If it had something to do with the Mirim, we would deal with it. And Shi-Woon just said, that's a coward's excuse. You don't want to deal with it because you're just a coward, which we've been saying for time. And he says that a true leader would know to listen to the people who's following them. All people's all members of your clan have a valid opinion, and that's what Shi-Woon's going on about. I'm listening to my clan, yeah, I lead them, but I'm also taking on their opinions. And it's true, he always listens and asks advice from Elder Kwon, and other people like that in the clan, to hear their opinion, their thoughts on it. And obviously there's sometimes he steps in and has to say, yeah, this is how we're doing things, and they respect him for it. It's a mutual agreement, and that's what I love, because he basically said, this is how our clan should be run. You have to have respect and they have to respect you. We all agree and have obviously choices and options we make together as a clan, and that's what makes the Sun-Woo so strong. And Shi-Woon obviously tries to appeal to the rest of them. Can you really just stand here and not do anything? The other clan members are like, oh, we're not interested. Sun-Woo would be crazy to do this. But Elder Kwon smirks. He's very happy, you can tell, and he's basically supports Shi-Woon's decision. He says, you agree to lead the clan on the agreement that we would fight the SUC, and we're still gonna uphold that. Is like he said, a Mirim-in's loyalty does not change under any circumstance, and they basically do the same thing. We're ready to go, guide you. And he's like, yeah, let's go. Made everyone look like fools. They're all like, oh, you're crazy. Is the Sun-Woo really gonna do this? Go to the stadium by themselves? And as I said, John Lay won. A lot of people predicted this. He was shocked as hell. It looks like he's become submissive. He's like, I can't believe this kid. He's actually going to go. The Sun-Woo's going to go. So he begs Elder Kwon to come along. And Elder Kwon turns to him. He's just like, you really haven't learnt, have you? I have no authority to give that or authorize that or make that happen. You're asking the wrong person, basically. And it shows a panel of Shi-Woon's back. And it's like, you're still somewhat disrespectful. Just because he's a child doesn't mean he's not the guide. You go and ask him. And that's what I gotta love about the Sun-Woo clan. There's just so much respect and obviously unity in it. So yeah, this is where we start to get to obviously Sarah being in her typical intelligent self, informing Shi-Woon about the situation at hand at the stadium, how it's blocked off by the government. It's most likely going to be hard to get there because of all the texts and the advertisements that was sent out. And yeah, there's a bomb squad being sent there, yada all that stuff. And she says she'll have to go through the reports in the surveillance room. So Shi-Woon says, basically tells her to stay. You can be overwatch and surveillance for us, and Jin-Lee to stay, which initially upsets her, because she was already upset about whether it was right to make Shi-Woon leave his training early or not. But he says that the entire Sun-Woo clan is going to be deployed, and he can't ask Jae-Il or obviously the other elders to do this because they need to come as well. So he's saying the best person for the job is for you to do it. He said only I can trust you to do it, and he's like, can you do it? And she goes all tsundere again and is like embarrassing, like, yeah, okay, of course I can do it. And this is when it becomes a bit of a sweet moment where he says to Jin-Lee, thanks for waking me up, because the last time something like this happened, my mum was attacked and put in hospital by the SUC. If this was to ever happen again, I would be upset. So you really appreciate waking up early. And it obviously embarrasses her again. You know, she goes all tsundere and saying, yeah, of course, whatever. And then she was about to say something about how she was worried, but Jae-Il gun turns up and basically ruins the moment, saying we're ready to go. And he's like, oh, I was like, oh, sorry, was you not finished talking? And I was just laughing at that bit. I found that really hilarious. And then yeah, once again, Jin-Lee tsundere again is basically saying, make sure you bring him back safely. And Jae-Il's like, I'll break his arms. And she was like, you really gonna twist my arms? He's like, yeah, I'll break them if I have to. And then when they're gone now, she's all swooning, going tsundere and turning around, like saying, oh, he thanks me. And when she turns around, Elder Kwang and the elders are right there. She's just like, and then embarrassed. And then Elder Kwang's like, did something good happen, Jin-Lee? And she's like, no, nothing. And then she runs off, and Elder Kwang's like, oh, she's at that age, acting all sensitive. So that bit really made me laugh. It just reminded me of the comedy that we had in the original Breaker, especially with Chun-Woo's antics back in the day. It was the similar kind of comedy style, so it was fun to read. So yeah, this is the last part of the chapter. Gets intense. Finally, So-Chun has arrived. He comes up in the lift, and straight away he's like, this guy looks like a complete stranger. I saw Shi-Woon not too many hours ago, and he feels like a complete stranger. What the hell has happened? And Shi-Woon, on the other hand, it's like he's felt So-Chun's key was arriving from time ago. Now he's finally here. He's seen him, and it's like he wants to test him out. He wants to fight him right now. But as you say, duty calls, and he's like, let's go to the Sun-Woo clan, we have to go. And he walks straight past So-Chun, and which surprised me, because I thought you'd be like, oh, good to see you're here. He just walks past him, so makes me wonder what So-Chun's gonna do next time. But there was a bit of an ominous thought from him at the end when he said to in his head regarding Shi-Woon, who are you really, Shi-Woon? It's like, who are you really? And that made me think, is this like something foreshadowing to say that Shi-Woon actually has Mirim in blood, and he has a relative, you know, in the Mirim, preferably his dad, because I'm pretty sure his dad was mentioned in the original Breakup, but his whereabouts and status was unknown. So maybe it'll be something like that. It is kind of cliche, but I wouldn't really mind or care seeing that. It would probably make sense, because I know it was the one Dan, that tablet that made Shi-Woon powerful, but he also had obviously that specific blood type that could only certain people have, and obviously the one Dan is what unlocked it. So it would be obviously kind of make sense if Shi-Woon is actually originally a Mirim in descendant or something. So-Chun, I have no clue what he's gonna do. It'd be good if he joins up and helps Shi-Woon. And then what else? Hopefully we'll go to the stadium soon, and I would like to see Kaiser's again and see what he's thinking. And obviously Chun-Woo, with his mental state of health, I'd like to see how that's being dealt with, and other stuff. I just wanted, you know, obviously the story to progress. It's going great so far. This chapter was very enjoyable to read, and I can't wait for the next one. So yeah, you've heard my opinions about this chapter. You guys know the usual. If you've got any predictions or opinions about this one and the next one, leave them in the comment box below. And also, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video and you'd like to find out more in our channel, subscribe for more content, and I'll speak to you guys next time.